Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Century League. This is Nico T. Again, the owner, the general manager, and head coach of the Detroit Lions. I'm here with your highlights for Week 7. Sorry about that. I got a little itchy in my throat. I'm in the truck again because it's 4:22 in the morning. Just got off of work. Don't want to wake the wife up. All right, so we're going to go with the highlights real quick of each game. After that, I'll give you guys a divisional breakdown of where you guys stand in your divisions. Mostly it's going to be the one for the divisions who have ties in it, because I guess ESPN's not registering that correctly from what our commissioner was saying. Start off with game one, our rivalry of the week. I can never say that word. It's going to be the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. The Chicago Bears blew my Lions out terribly. I mean terribly. 140-85. The Bears just great decisions. They were led by Aaron Rodgers with 43.8 points. Ezekiel Elliott with 26.7. Even Prescott got 13.6, 3 reception, 46 yards, and a touchdown. They performed pretty good. They had a bad week with their defense. Seattle only getting 1 point, but definitely Rodgers made up for that. The Lions, some bad decisions here by me as a coach. I started Carson Wentz. I keep saying Carlos Wentz, but it's Carson Wentz. Only got 6.8 points. Could have put in Stafford, who scored 28.6, but again, it wouldn't have helped me out this week. Chicago Bears did a great job. The Chicago Bears did a great job. Good job on that manager for winning that league. He is going to be doing previews next week, so you guys know. And I had Elkler going for 25.5. Didn't really help me out. I mean, it's great that he did that. And then also Chark doing nothing and Ingram doing nothing. Crowder doing nothing too. That's going to be our first game. The rivalry of the week goes to the Chicago Bears, and they blew us out. They actually had the highest score this week at 140. The highest score. Good job on that manager, 100%. Next game we're going to go to, I'm going to try to make this as fast as I can, because I'm going to go through the divisional reviews. The reviews of your guys' division, so everybody knows where they stand. We have the Seattle Seahawks traveling to Arizona. Now, Arizona needed this one. I really thought Arizona might be able to pull it off. They really need this one to keep their season alive. It's not looking like they're doing it now. They're going to drop pretty bad here at 2-5. But we had the Seattle Seahawks pulling it off. Lamar Jackson scoring 23.3 points. Their leading scorer on their team. Her defense, Green Bay, didn't do so good. Watched that game with the Lions. It was pretty terrible. Stafford had his way more than not. They scored a -3 points, Seattle Seahawks. But then on the other side here, you just had a bad performance by Arizona. You had Kyler Murray, 7 points. Drake, 8 points. Fitzgerald, 2 points. Too many guys from the actual Arizona Cardinals is what I'm seeing here. And even Ertz, 5.8. They just had a bad week. It was just a bad week for Arizona. And they needed this game. They really needed this game, and it just didn't work out. Feel bad for Arizona here, but Seattle pulls this one through, 80.7 to 69.5. Good job on Seattle, keeping their season alive. I think it's going to put Seattle at 4-3. So it's going to put them tied in their division. Again, I'll go through the divisions and what the scores are. Just want to point that out. It does put Seattle tied at the top of their division right now. So let's do our next game here. We had the Houston Oilers traveling to the Denver Broncos. Now, Denver needed this game. Denver needed this game to not fall behind. They needed this game to not go 2-5. So they needed to pull it off. And they did. They pulled it off with a score of 81 for the Houston Oilers and 100.8 for the Denver Broncos. Again, they needed the win, and they pulled it off. With the Oilers, you had Prescott leading them through the way. Only got him 20.6 points. You also had Cooper with 15.6, pretty good. The rest of his team didn't do that good, actually. His defense did really, really good with 22 points. But it was too much to overcome the 27.9 points from Cook, 16 points from Hill, and then the 16 points from tight end from Green Bay. So, good game here. They both had some flaws here at the end. God, Houston, man. If they would have started Valdez Scantling, That's 21 points. That would have been something right there. But yeah, that's the game right there. We're going to have Denver taking it to keep their season alive. Good job on Denver, that manager. Next game, we're going to have the game of the week. Two of America's teams. This was set out to be a monster. This was going to be a monster game. You had the Green Bay Packers. The Packers going against the Dallas Cowboys. But really didn't turn out to be a game of the week. The Packers ran over Dallas. I mean, ran them over. Good job, Commish. Ran them over 109-69. They were led by Jared Allen at 21.3 points. Also, here's where it starts going, because he had a bad game from Singletary here with 2.6 points. But it turns around here when you see Robinson at 24.7. Oh, and you see Waller from Oakland at 31.6. I mean, this was just too much for Dallas to overcome. Dallas had a bad week from Garoppolo. Terrible. Carson underperformed at 10 points. I had him in some other leagues. Trust me. I got hurt from that too, Dallas, so don't feel like you're the only one in this game. Ingram at 6.3 points. I saw that game. I don't want to go into that at all. Now, good things here on Dallas. Because, again, Dallas here, still 4-3. They're still good. They're still tied at the top of their division. They took a L, but it's not a terrible L. Okay, they just got ran over. Everybody gets ran over. I got ran over this week too. So don't take it too hard, Dallas. But good thing here, Stoney Michel. I'm waiting for him to have a breakout game and show that he's going to do something, and he did. 22.4 points. He ended with 43 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's amazing. I think he could be a great running back. And it looks like maybe, sooner or later he's going to come in. That was playing at his flex, too. So that's a good one. That was a very, very good game between them. But again, Green Bay Packers just rolling over. Just like the Chicago Bears. They just rolled over this week. They killed it. Our next game, of course, we're going to go with the best record in the league right now. We're going to have the Kansas City Chiefs against the Oakland Raiders. Now, I thought the Oakland Raiders could pull off an upset here. I had it in the back of my head, maybe it could happen. They might work some stuff throughout their team through the week, and they might pull up the upset. And again, this was a heartbreaker for Oakland. We'll say real quick, here we have Kansas City. They were led by Jones from New York, the quarterback. Levant Bell didn't perform anything, 8.6 points. Johnson from Arizona, 0.2 points. Hopkins, 25, had a great game. That's where you see Kansas City started picking up their scores. Kittle was 6 points, terrible. Hilton, 19 points, great for Hilton. And 13 points from the defense. It was just a bad performance from Oakland Raiders. This game, basically to me, was that both teams underperformed. And I know Kansas City has injuries, so I'm not putting anything out there like that. I get it. But both teams underperformed. It was just that Kansas City could pull away by a few points. 91-87. That's a killer right there, especially when you had Phillip Rivers getting 21 points. Marlon Mack didn't perform. Boyd didn't perform. Julio Jones, 15.3. That's great for him. But then you put up a big zero. Big zero with your tight end, Wilson. That just hurts. Just a few catches would have get you this game. It's just terrible. And Fuller, wow, 1.6 points. It was terrible. New England's defense, I mean, he still had a chance to pull it off tonight. And he tried to. Oakland Raiders really tried to perform here, but it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt them a lot. But we'll go to our next game here. Again, I was going to give you what they are in their divisions, but I'm going to give you guys that at the end. We had the LA Rams going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh needed this game. Pittsburgh needed this game to save their season. So did LA, because LA was 2-4, so they're going to go 2-5, and they were both 2-4. Pittsburgh ends up losing 99-96.9, so we'll say 97. It's another heartbreaker, just like the Kansas City and Oakland game. It's a freaking heartbreaker when you lose by those points, especially when you need the win, because we're going to see them drop to 2-5 now, Pittsburgh. And again, you're at 2-5 now. your season's not totally over, but you're starting to think that you're competing in the loser bowl. Again, in this league, we have a loser bowl to where you're competing still, even at the end of the season. If you don't make it to the top bracket playoffs, you're competing for draft picks. So you still got to keep track of your team. You still got to build your team up. You want to win that, and you want to make sure you get a good draft pick. But this is just a heartbreaker for me for Pittsburgh. 99 to 96.9. It's just terrible. They were led, let's see real quick. Dalton 18 for the Rams. Gordon 8.9. I'm hoping that situation gets worked out with Gordon and Elkler. Again, I think Gordon's making that offense worse. Fournette 16, great game. Woods 13, going out there a little, only 80 yards, but okay. Witten 7, safe play there. And Gurley with 12. On Pittsburgh Steelers here, let's see. It was Willie Williams from Kansas City that killed him. 2.6 points. Let's see if he had anybody. Yeah. Could have put Dead Kid Jr. in there and he would have won the game. See, that's the heartbreaker. I hate when that happens to you as a team. But let's move on to our next game. Next game is going to be Baltimore Colts coming in at the worst record. They're 1-5. They needed this game. New England started off, and I'm not sure if this is right. The commissioner, was trying to tell me this. New England, the Patriots, started off at 0-4. I think they won their last 3. So they've been putting their team together. They're trying to get back into it. They're not playing games anymore. They're New England. Baltimore needed this win. Even 2-5, you're still kind of down there. Again, you're going to be playing in the loser bowl, and you're playing for draft picks. So you can't quit. But New England ran them over pretty easily. I don't know if that's the biggest margin, but it's 57.8 for Baltimore Colts and 105 for New England Patriots. Of course, Baltimore was hurt by Patrick Mahomes, and they're going to be hurt for the next few weeks, but 7.2 points. Sanders, 6.2 points. Metcalf, 7.3 points. Ridley, 7 points. Jacobs performed, I guess, 15.4 points. New England just put in a solid game. Brady, 12. Gore, 7.6. Lockett, 16.8. Diggs, 21.2. Diggs had a good week, actually. That was nice. I mean, no touchdowns or anything like that, but 7 receptions, 142 yards. You're not going to get mad at a receiver who gets you that. Kelsey, 10 points. But then Murray, with Kamara out, 32 points. That was the win. I mean, even minus Murray, if you look at their lineups, he still would have won. Oh, let's see here. Yeah. Could have started Minshew and would have got him 21 but for Baltimore. But anyways, again, you're always starting Patrick Mahomes. You're not going to bench Patrick Mahomes if he's healthy. Anyways, that takes that game away. Let's go to our last game. Cleveland was visiting the New York Football Giants. New York Football Giants. And they got them 98.6 to 68. This is joy to my heart. New York is in my division. So every time New York, Chicago, or Green Bay loses, I'm pretty happy. It's a great day for me. But let's look at their highlights here. Brissett coming in at 27.6. Great game. 4 touchdowns. 326 yards. Awesome. Britta underperformed. You suck. I have him in my other leagues. He ruined one of my leagues, one of my teams this week. And then we're looking at Cooks 9.9. Underperformed. 4.7, fellows. Yeah, it wasn't a good week necessarily, except for Kansas City's D got him 23. So it really was Kansas City's defense and Brissett that really gave Cleveland the win. The Giants, Matt Ryan, 2.6. Terrible fucking game. Sorry for cussing, I didn't mean that. Terrible freaking game. Aaron Jones performed good. 18.3. Thomas, 22.1. Henry, 15.7. What really hurt him was here at the bottom. He got minus 9 points. He had Detroit's defense. And then from Lindsey, 4.2 points. Man, again, this should have been a way closer game. It wasn't. The Giants had some guys who really underperformed. And here's the heartbreaker. Here's the heartbreaker with this game. If I was a New York Giants. Marvin Jones on the bench. 43.3 points. You won the week. You take out... Man, you take out Aaron Jones, well, you switch Lindsey with Aaron Jones, but I'm just saying, you switch those positions around right there, and you won this week. You know what I'm saying? And the Giants, New York football Giants, are moving up in our division. But yeah, that's the games for Week 7. Those are the highlights. The best I could do, guys. Sorry about that. I know the quality's not the greatest. I'm outside again in the truck. Now, let's look at your division breakdowns. We're going to do real quick first the NFC East, which to me is probably one of the hardest divisions. In this division, we keep moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. There's never a team that's holding first place for a long time. Again, it's Week 7. But we're going to start off with the Chicago Bears, who are actually going to be in first place right now with a record of 4-2-1. Second place is going to be our almighty commissioners, Packers, at 4-3. Then we're going to have a tie, really, for third place, even though it's third and fourth place. We're going to have a tie with the Lions at 3-3-1 and the Giants at 3-3-1. Again, thank you, Cleveland, for beating the Giants. Let's move on to our next division. Our next division is going to be the AFC East. And at the AFC East, we're going to have the Browns leading the division at 4-2-1. The Patriots second in division at 3-4. Steelers at 2-5, and Colts at 1-6. So, again, with this division, this one's a little spread out more. The Steelers are trying it here; they're 2-5, so they do have a chance. I'm not going to say they have a good chance. So them and the Colts need to start thinking about building their teams up for the loser bowl and trying to win the loser bowl so they can get some draft picks. That's going to be important, you guys. Any of you guys right now whose teams are looking not good and you're like, well, this sucks, I'm not going to win anything, it's still important for you to keep playing. You still need to keep playing because you might get draft picks from it. You want to win that loser bowl. You're going to be a better team and you're going to get a better draft pick. Pretty sure the commissioner was telling us about that in his rules. But again, yeah, so this one you're just going to have, in the AFC East, you just have the Browns and the Patriots. And again, the Patriots coming back from 4-0 to 3-4. Wow. Honestly, to the Patriots owner, like, good job, man. Seriously. And the Browns, again, 4-2-1. You know, individual battles are happening right now. I could see the Patriots taking out the Browns. Browns got lucky this week. Let's go to our next one, which is going to be the NFC West. And at the NFC West, on the top, we have a tie. We have Dallas at 4-3, Seattle at 4-3. And at the bottom, we have the Rams at 3-4 and the Cardinals at 2-5. Again, a heartbreak for the Cardinals. That was, man, I feel you. I'm sorry about that one, okay? I know this is going a little longer. Sorry about that, guys. But basically, you have the Cardinals now preparing the team for the loser bowl. The Rams still in it. Still in it. There's just one game away. Okay, this is the one Division 2 with those three teams I think is just as hard as the NFC East with Bears, Packers, Lions, and Giants. You know, those three teams, Dallas, Seattle, Rams, anything can happen there still. Okay, I do think the best team in that division is Dallas, even though they did get ran over. But I think they're still the best division there. But I think Seattle's going to give a run. Maybe the Rams can pull some games off. It's all going to have to do with matchups here. Let's go to our last division here. Our last division is going to be the AFC West. So, AFC West, we have the Chiefs, the almighty Chiefs. They're leading it at 6-1, the best record in the league. They're pulling away. They're honestly 2 games ahead. They're pulling away. Second place, we have the Raiders. Again, a heartbreak game. This division could have been a little different. Little different. The Raiders could have pulled that off. They lost by like 3 points. The Chiefs. The Raiders, I think we're sleeping on the Raiders. Again, they had their tight end put up a goose egg. 3 points is nothing for a tight end to get. But you got the Raiders at 4-3, and they're tied in second place with the Houston Oilers at 4-3. Okay? That's still a crazy one. And here's the crazy part. Denver's only 3-4. This division to me, besides the Chiefs, like for second place here, it's still opened up. It's still wide open. I don't see any of these teams in this division that literally deserve to go to the loser bowl. Like they're all opened up. And I think whatever team from this division does make it to the loser bowl is probably going to be the contender to win it all in the loser bowl, not the other one. So again, that's it. Those are divisions. We're on one real quick thing. Chicago, New York are going to be doing the previews and the highlights. I think Chicago's doing the previews. New York's doing the highlights. To Chicago and New York. football giants. When you guys do your highlights at the end of it, challenge somebody to do the highlights, challenge somebody to do the previews. That way we have somebody different doing. We have 2 people a week doing it, and it's a lot easier if you just have to do it 1 time than do it 2 times in that week. Other than that, everybody have a good day. Remember the 3 most important things in life. That's your family, that's your faith, and that's fantasy football. I'm out, guys.